What's up with you, man?
What's going on, man? Marty GripTite. Welcome to TBeats Facilities.
Yeah, definitely. So, what's the word with you, man? What's good on the music?
Nah, man, we working. I'm grinding. Actually got an album listening party coming up next month, September 27th. It is open to the public, but we are accepting donations for the Kwame Foundation. You know, we let people come check out the music for a good cause. Great artists, top of the Four Seasons, overlooking the city, the arch. It's gonna be a good look, man.
Right, yeah. So, explain your style. Explain what you do as far as the music.
I'm an all-around artist with a specialty in rapping. I don't like to get put inside of a box. I like to touch on various different styles of music, different genres. I don't really sing. I just make this weird noise to sound good on certain beats and whatnot, and I try to run with it to create my own style of music. I just don't want to sound like anybody else. St. Louis gets stuck in this box that we just poppy, whatever, man. We talented here, and I'm trying to show the world what we got.
Okay. And what do you feel like that box is?
I feel like we got stuck in the Nellie Chingy era, and it's not their fault. It's just at that time, St. Louis was hot. We had the sports teams that was doing well. The Rams was doing well. We just won the Super Bowl. Cardinals going to the playoffs, and that was the image that we had at the time. And ever since then, the move went back down to the South, and people just got stuck in that image. So we as St. Louis artists have to recreate that image for ourselves.
So, what do you feel like your music is going? Like, what image are you trying to portray when you do your music?
I try to portray a positive energy, but I don't want it to get confused with he's just the book type person. I try to be relatable on many different scales to anybody from any type of walk of life. So what might not appeal to them, they probably love it, and vice versa. So I try to make sure I make something for everybody. You can't just say I'm just one dimensional.
So, who are your top 5 rappers? If you can name a few.
Top 5 rappers. I'm gonna have to go with Eminem due to the wordplay. Young Jeezy, because you can relate to just about anything he said if you live an everyday normal life. I'm a big fan of Joe Budden. The emotion that he put into his music is crazy. Don Trip right now is in my top 5. People probably not even paying attention to him, but he outstanding with the words and what he say. And number 5, I'm gonna honestly have to go with myself, because if I don't listen to nobody else, I listen to me, man.
That's real talk. So, as far as like the St. Louis music scene, what do you feel like we can do to bring each other together? You know what I'm saying? Bring us closer together. Because you look at places like Atlanta, Chicago, and all the stuff like that, they got places where they have their problems and their issues, but they all work together. So what do you feel like we can do as a city to come closer together so we can have that same success they have?
Well, I feel like it's a trust issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't really trust one another, which is understandable with everything that's going on at this point in life. But until somebody gives you a reason not to trust them or not to believe in what they're trying to do, we just got to start taking chances. And nobody ever got anywhere without taking a chance. And I believe that's the mentality. We're so scared of one another to take a chance with one another that we won't take a chance. Like meeting you know what I'm saying? It was just out of the grace of God I met you, and here we are now. Took a chance, and this might go somewhere, it might not. More than likely it is, you know. Shout out to Charles Taylor in the back.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? It's more than likely we go places. But if you don't never take the chance, you'll never know where it can go. So we need to be more open-minded to each other.
Alright, so as far as like the mixtape release party that you got coming up, what's the mixtape called and all this stuff like that?
It's actually gonna be the album, and I call the album Next in Line, meaning that, you know, everybody's done did what they done did. It's my time to shine. I've been patient. I play my position. I practice. I've honed my craft, my skills, my abilities. I'm next up.
Definitely.
Call on me.
So I mean, like, are you trying to, I guess, build your own brand and all the stuff like that in the long run? Or are you trying to just, you know what I'm saying, be confined to a record label? Or are you trying to be like independent, or what are you trying to do with it?
I want to build my own brand, but nobody really follows anybody who doesn't have a following already. You know, so at this point, I'm more or less building my star power. And once you build that star power, you can get people to say, hey, jump 20 feet in the air, and everybody go try to do it. If that's what you so choose to use your power for. I want to use my power to bring influence back to the city and spread it out. So right now I'm working on building myself as a brand, but it's to return the love in the long run. Easier to get one person over the mountain and bring 20 with you at the same time.
Hey, that's real talk. GripTite is definitely. So I mean, if you had to say like, what's different about the music industry now versus what it was, let's say 15, 20 years ago, what would you say that was different?
The content. Like 15, 20 years ago, me being born in 86, I'm a 90s baby all day, every day. Our music had a theme to it. Nobody just made music just to be making music because somebody had a microphone in the studio and we finna just record and put it out there to the world. Like Tupac, Brenda's Got a Baby, he had a theme to it. TLC, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls, had a theme to it. Aaliyah, just R. Kelly, even though he had his situation going on, his music had substances, had purposes, man. Like, our music had purpose. Not saying that what they talking about today not relevant. It's just I don't get down with all of it. I can't understand what you actually saying. So when somebody going around singing a certain song, and I ask them what does that mean, they can't tell me. They just know that everybody else like it. So this is what I'm supposed to be listening to. So you got to get back to the individualizing music and putting back to themes to it and meaning and purpose.
Exactly. So, out of curiosity, what do you think about everything that's happening in the city as far as like, you know what I'm saying, like corruption as far as like police departments and everything like that? What do you feel like we can do to change that?
Knowledge is power, man. Like, they only gonna tell you so much. We can only hear through the grapevine what the real story is. Nobody really knows the truth. But if you have the knowledge already to know when it comes and it's presented to you, then you should know how to handle the situation. The fact of the matter of everything that's going on in the city is unfortunate right now. But I don't believe everybody really understands the magnitude of what's going on. So therefore, we have to educate ourselves. Like I said, man, it's knowledge. We have to don't necessarily fear the police, but understand what's going on. Understand what they have to do. Understand their role. Understand what they have to do, as well as understanding what your rights is as a citizen of the city. So as a citizen of America, just understand what your responsibilities, what your rights are.
Exactly. I don't think a lot of people understand their rights and stuff like that. That's where they get it confused at.
They don't, man. They just panic because they see, oh man, it's the police. Act right, fly straight, which is what you want to do, but they do that as the stereotype because, you know, it's the black man. The white man don't have to deal with that. Well, I see white people get pulled over just like I see black people get pulled over. The fact of the matter is it happens to everybody. It just becomes blasphemy when it happens to somebody that you know or is close to your home. But if it goes down over here, you don't pay attention to it. So it's just knowledge. It happens everywhere. So I can't just say, oh, woe is us, when it's not just happening here in St. Louis.
Okay. So, out of curiosity, if you had to compare your music to anybody, who would you really compare it to?
As far as creativity and the fact of being able to make a song, I would have to say Drake. I respect Drake's ability to make a song.
So that's the only person you can compare yourself to? Or do you have like a few more you can compare yourself to?
Like I said, I try not to compare myself to many people. I leave that up to the person that actually listens to the music because I really don't want to be compared. Like, you can compare Kobe to Jordan, but at the end of the day, it's Kobe and Jordan.
Right.
Like, flat out.
Definitely.
So,
Right, definitely. So I mean, like, when it comes to being in the city and stuff like that, how do you feel like we can make the music scene better? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can we really do to get more artists out of the city to make it more to where it's like it's just more than one person shining at a time? Because that's what seems to be the syndrome down here, is that it's only one person at a time. We never really see, let's say, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people all at one time. It's just one person, and that's just kind of it. What do you feel like we can do to break that kind of curse that's going on?
you have to kind of look back at groups like Dipset, the former Cash Money, No Limit, man. They was sick, but no matter what, there was always a team. Have to get back in the sense of team. Like I said earlier, some people make it over the mountain and they have to come back and get people. But I don't want to not come back and get people. I want to come back and help. Like Nellie do the EI school, that's a good look for him, and he's trying to help people get to where they need to go. But I don't want to talk bad or throw salt, but you're not necessarily pulling nobody up over the hump with you. So.
And I want to ask you something about that. I'm glad you brought that up. So, out of curiosity, do you feel like somebody like Nellie, or not even just gonna say him, but somebody like Nellie or Chingy or somebody like that, could really do more for the city? Or do you feel, well, when they had their times and when they had they, you know what I'm saying, had their moments, do you feel like they could have did more for the city? Or do you feel like, you know, it was just like it is what it is?
I believe they did what they could for the city at the time that they had the ability to do something. I don't feel as though they're doing enough currently. I don't know what Chingy's situation is, but Nelly seems to be flourishing, doing his thing and whatnot, and making a nice name for himself. I can't really speak on Chingy. I heard him drop some music not too long ago, so I guess he's getting back out here on the scene again. But I don't believe that currently, right now, that they're doing all they can to help the artists move forward. Like the situation I'm in now, working with TBeats, the label, the record company, the management company, every aspect of TBeats is here to help the artists move forward. I don't see Nelly or Chingy doing that to help the artists move forward.
Definitely. So I mean, like when you say that, because I notice like a lot of people they say that Nelly doesn't really do too much and stuff like that. So when you get your opportunity, do you plan on, I guess, starting your record label and signing artists from the city and really trying to do something more for the city? Or is it just going to be mainly the focus on you and everything like that?
So you gotta educate. So when I get my taste of the other side of the fence, I will use what I've learned to come back and show people. I don't necessarily want to do a record label, so to speak. I would prefer artist development more than anything, because a lot of people don't understand what signing up to a performance right organization is. They don't understand how to get spins from the internet. They don't understand certain topics of internet research that can help them thrive, that's free and accessible and at their fingertips. It's just out there. And when you tell them, it's just like blows their mind. But it's been here for you all this time. You just never looked. So I'd rather be the person to help open your eyes and help you look. And I can guide you along the way and tell you what to say, maybe what not to say. But I think I'd be better off with artist development.
Right, yeah. All right, so you got anything else you want to, leave to the camera?
I don't know, man. You was pretty good, man. You was thorough. Let's say I'm Marty GripTite, man. I'm a member of the TBeats movement. Right now, we're doing our etiquettes right now, our training. So you can't see it, but Miss Monica Black, she's sitting on my left-hand side. She holds us down with all of our etiquette training. The album listening party next month on the 27th, Four Seasons Hotel. Very top. Can't get higher than the roof. I don't know how much higher you can get than the roof, but if you get on the floor higher than the roof, you're in the wrong building. So come check us out, man, and rock out with your boy, MartyGripTite.com, TBeatsStudio.com, Brianna in the background.com. Just check us out. We here, man.
Definitely, I feel it. All right, we gone.